should be live anyway. Just waiting for. I'm just monitoring the BTC. Okay, should be good in the 1 minute, 2 minutes. All right then, let's see what's going on then. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. So welcome to Daink's Daily Trade. Hope you guys doing. He's having a good. What day is it? Is it freaking Wednesday? Fucking, that's Wednesday already. Freaking Wednesday already. So it's been a bit of a crazy one with crypto. I mean, like in terms of the whole movement up on ZCX is retraced back. You got Dogecoins retracing back. You got XRPs retracing back. Oh, who knows what the fuck's going on? I mean, is this gonna be like is this a retracement? What's going on? Are we supposed to pump up? Are we not supposed to go higher? We don't really freaking know in it. So, I mean, some of you guys on Twitter already saw that. I'm already in a short on BTC, but I'll talk about that. I'm actually monitoring the trade as we speak right now. So we'll see how it goes. Give a quick shout out to you guys, man. We got Daink Country Club in the house. We got Piotr. What's going on, brother? Morning to you. I never give up. Got Nick in the house again. Gunas here. Michael Caffrey here. And we got Crypto Cruise. Every time I see Michael Caffrey, I always think of White Collar. Is that where you got that name from? I'm guessing. Or is your real name Michael Caffrey? Because if it is, fucking sick. We're getting some madness going on here. One second. Awesome there. Let's go have a look. Give me a second, guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so let's see what's going on with BTC. We've got Scalp Slayer in the house as well. That's your real name, Michael. Oh shit, Michael. Fucking hell, that's quite a cool name, that Caffrey. Have you ever seen White Collar? What's going on, Jay? Good to have you here. It's been a while. Walaikum salam, Ed. Ed's been killing it in the Daink Country Club, man. Tony Gida, yo Dank, what's good? DCC, we need a monthly. Yeah, it is a monthly subscription, so you can do that via thetraderdank.com, or if you go to let me post this up one second. So literally, there's two ways to do it. Right, number one, you can go to the link at the bottom in the description. Dank's Club, Dank's. I can't even spell my name. Daink Country Club there. The tweet, shout out to 194 followers, man. Fucking hell, fair play. So literally on the pinned tweet right here, you can see you can go onto the website traderdank.com, or you can do the if you want to pay by card, or if you want to pay via crypto, you can go onto this second link over there. It is a monthly sub. It's $100 every month itself. We do education content. We do I mean, ask the guys. There's homework that's been given, guys, from the group in it, right? There's homework for market structure. I don't see anyone doing anything, so you guys are gonna get a killing from me when I come back on the stream as well. There's yeah, we do. I think we do a lot of setups. Yesterday I spent like a good 2.5 hours or so on a bunch of alts. I mean, I'll give you a list of what they're giving me. Let me open up Discord. I'll tell you what that I asked them. I said, yo, listen, give me some requests in it, and they gave me Matic. So listen to the list, right? I'll give you the list. Matic, Sol, Atom, CRV, BNB, TRX, RNDR, KSM, AR, DOT, and then we got ALBT, Casper, CSPR, NIA, Matic, Doge, XRP, FTM, Rune, PYR, Theta, we got FTM, MTRG, CHZ, KDA, QNT, MKR. These guys went mad on freaking alt requests yesterday, but I covered most of them. I think I've got like 5 or 6 left to do, so I'll do that today, guys. It's from MTRG going downwards. Any more alt requests, send it over, and I'll do the videos afterwards. The guys know they got a little session with me afterwards to explain about a bit more in depth of the short itself and a bit of risk management on that. So there's always stuff to learn as well. So I did post homework. What are you talking about, bro? Cruz, you were there. We were talking about the last session we did, right? Let me go to live session, right? The last session we did, which was on the 10th. No, that wasn't it. That's a lie. Where was it? Market structure. Yeah, on the 29th. On the 29th, I said that's going to be a homework. It's the 5th live session. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to kill anybody else. It is Wednesday. You got till Friday. I'll make another. Fuck it. I'll do it now, actually, before I forget. Everyone. Okay, so I send that to everyone. So Might have to give you a couple more days now. So normally we do this on a Friday, but we might have to do this on a Saturday or Sunday or something like that. I'll see how it goes. I'll be a bit lenient with you guys. You probably didn't pay attention. Yeah, even Nick's asking, guys, what's the whole fucking shit? Where's my drink? There we go. But yeah, let's get cracking anyway. So, Richfield's up on my. Let's see what Richfield's saying. Currently at resistance with the 50 market average bearing down. For me, the short-term picture comes clearer. For risk, when this market makes a move, yeah, correction on risk assets are in line with the Dixie pump, but now we wait for confirmation on the reclaim or rejection. Happy Tuesday, fam. Let's have a look at that. Is it Tuesday today? No, it's not Tuesday, fam. Bro, it's freaking. Yeah, you can see that. That's clean. You know, I'm going to use his chart just to talk about that, right? You can see the market structure is breaking down, right? So that's a stop run right over here. You guys can see that. So, forgive me, BC Richfield. I am going to give you an FF for that one as well. I'm using your chart here. So. You shouldn't be forgiving me. I'm asking you permission, but you're not here. I'm guessing so. But anyway, we'll talk about Dixie right here. So the Dixie chart that he's got posted there is, you can see. Oh yeah, and that's one thing I do with the guys in the DCC. When they post a chart and stuff like that, I look for plans. I work out how we can do it, how we can narrow it down. And I did the same with one of the gentlemen that was in the chat early on today as well. So you can see that as a stop run there. We do a bit of a deviation, come back below. So that's the high. And then we break market structure. That was the low there. We break market structure, and that becomes the lower low, lower high, which comes down to your homework. I'm helping you out here, guys. Lower low, lower high, and that's the lower low. As long we don't reclaim these highs over here, we're good to go a lot more lower. You can see his RSI is coming up. It is at mid-range, so if he's at mid-range on the RSI, a breakdown on the RSI would be quite good. Get below here, off we go back into here. At least retest this area there of the RSI, and then we'll see what happens there. In terms of my chart, before I forget, I'm going to forget about this, right? Let me do hashtag FF BC Richfield Dixie. Sorry about that. I'm getting a bit distracted there. So yeah, let's get cracking there. So BTC. Okay, we need to close down there. Fucking let's go, man. I'm in this trade. We'll talk about the BTC in a bit. Let me just monitor this just for 1 second, 1 minute. All right, cool. I need to see how we react there. All right, so let me just talk about BTC right now. Okay, now BTC, right? This is the whole thing going on. So yeah, with BTC, this is the thing that was coming up yesterday. I'm looking how we are here, coming to this here. This is an area consolidation. This is the last high. The last consolidation was in the market back down, as you can see quite clearly. Let me just move it to the side a bit more, so you guys don't get confused. And now you can see that market structures from there, consolidation, send back down, back to range low, which was June's low. From there, we come back up, retest that area, come back down. We're making higher highs. You can see that we're grinding up. We're making higher lows, right? We come back up, right? Market structure has been taken out over there, which is fine. But you see how we closed, right? And I went in aggressive on this one, right? You see, and I even posted in the group there. So you see how we closed, but underneath that box there, that was a sign there that it's time to go a lot more lower there on the 1 hour. So like Morningstar was another guy that actually was looking for shorts as well. Me and him was actually doing this together. So it was a bit fucked up here. You know, this looked like it was good. If it was to break down, happy days, we come back down lower. This looks good. If it were to break down, happy days, go back lower. And then it finally did a stop run. When it did a stop run, I looked at that 1 hour close. I was like, all right, the 1 hour close below that box. Good. Now we need to start looking for shorts. And I was looking for shorts there. And I took the shorts with a stop loss there, looking to at least retest Monday's high. Why? Well, this is inefficiency right here, man. At least retest Monday's high. This is the consolidation of the weekly range, of the Monday's range. We did the breakout. Come, let's do the retest. I don't give a shit if it's an expansion, right? I'll play the longs if it does do that. I don't give a shit if we go back down and go back lower. I don't give a damn. Because at the end of the day, right, we're still playing within this motherfucking range over here. So you can see right here, this is all the range we got to focus on, between range low and 25% of July's range. That's all we got to do. Once we break out and hold above it, happy days. Let's go into this fucking area, probably take some profits over there, fill out, come into the mid-range, probably take out some liquidity on, well, not liquidity, fill out the gap over here, the inefficiency, and then we'll see what happens. So going to be some choppiness. If it breaks down, happy days, we go down. If it breaks back up, you know, reclaims the level, then let's go back up. Whichever way he wants to do, I don't really give a damn. We're just gonna play this lower time frame and we just see how this goes on. What's up? Who else we got here? Look at your homework channel, bro. Yeah, okay, my bad, Cruz, my mistake there. So Joe Crate, what's going on? We got I Never Give Up. We got who else has we got? We got freaking Morning Stars in the house as well. Shout out to you, my bro. And we got Rakikam. I'm doing well, man. How you keeping? How you keeping? You guys doing well? So now, in terms of a discussion of why I took the trade, right? Look at this, right? 5 minutes. The 5 minutes do this. Closes above the thingy, right? This here, right? So yeah, closes above. It closes above, comes back down, finds resistance here. That was the first sign there. So then I was like, all right, cool. Let's look at the first. Let's narrow it down to the 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. How does it look like? I took the short really aggressive with a stop loss there, and I was just watching this now. I watched this for quite a bit, and I actually watched this retest coming to bound. So grinded, right? Cool, fine support off this. That was a 25% of the range, no problem. Expect a pullback. Came into this area, no problem. Once we lost this, and now market structure on the lower time frame is showing us bearishness. All right. So how's the market structure looking like on the 1 minute? Or you can do on the 5 minutes. Let's do it on the 5 minutes so it doesn't confuse everybody. Right? You can see this is bugging my colors and my eyes and shit like that. What the fuck, man? It's giving me a seizure and fuck, man. What the fuck is going on? Yeah. So you can see, this area here, right? Oops. Control Z. You see this area here? That is a bit of, we've got some sort of consolidation right there. Consolidation, come back down, there's a deeper retest off this high, sells off. That was another entry right there. It makes a lower high. See? Makes another lower high. So then once we get below it, get below this, find resistance, we lose this low, market structure is broken. So that would have given you a confirmation, right, to play off there. With a stop loss, well, I'd say above the box there. Right, that's where your stop losses will have to be then. I've still kept it up there. I've taken some profits off here because it looked like we're finding some support off here. I brought my stop loss at break even, but the market structure is still looking bearish, right? Look, we got a high here, lower low, lower. So we got a lower high, lower low, lower high. Then we got a lower low. Then this breaks the market structure right here, no problem. So that becomes the high there, right? It becomes a higher high. But then we take out this liquidity out here or there, which is lower low, which makes me think, hang on a second, right? If we take out liquidity from this high and this low, we could establish a support off this. Now, to cut the trade completely, right, is if we reclaim this area here, right? If we reclaim this area here, what's going to happen? When we come back into this area here, and most probably come back into range high, probably off this box over here first. And now I just want to be safe. It could be a bit of a bullish play, but I'm just looking at the lower time frame, because if you're playing on lower time frame, it is very different to where you look at as a bullish play. Crypto Cruz was looking at the 15 minutes and he was saying, hang on a second, it looks like we're at support of a trend line, which I will show you there. Shout out to Cruz, and which I agree with him, right? I agree with him, but I'm playing this lower time frame play. I'm a scalper, man. I love this kind of shit. So I've taken majority of my profits over here as it is at range low. Now I want to see, like, does this high holds up in place, right? As a resistance. I don't mind if it comes back up there and does a quick wick and breaks down. But I want to see it really break down below this, and then we can sell it off there. And then we play it level to level play, which I posted on the what do you call it, on the homepage. Let me just bring this up. Profile. Where is it? There we go. Off the 1 minute, here it is, right? So off this base over here, once we lose this, right? So this is a trend line over here that I was using, right? Once we lose this trend line, then what happens is this is your confirmation to play back down to this base of consolidation over here. And if we come back up and hold support, do this price action, I look at cutting the trade. I'll be taking some profits over here. If we lose this and get back into this range over here, that'll be the area that I'm looking for. Lose this low. Let's go to Monday's low. Target's done. Trade's over. And then we'll go from there level to level. That's all it is. That's all it is. All right. So just looking at how it just works. I mean, looking at the trend line. Let's say we've got this trend line over here. to me, it looks like we're broken out there on the 5 minutes. It looks like we're finding resistance, which makes me think that we should find resistance off here, right? I don't mind if it comes back up, but we need to break back down and then come back down here. And then let's fucking send this motherfucking market down. And that becomes a scalp trade, becomes a day trade. Quite a big ass day trade there. I think I'm looking for like a 6-hour move there. So we'll see what happens. So all ideas, I'll cut it when it needs to be cut. But for the time being, it looks all right. Going on the 15 minutes quickly. So I look at the 15 minutes, how's it looking like? Yeah, on the 15 minutes, it's slightly different. On the 15 minutes, right, is this. You see this low here? We're just at support. You know? Let me just bring this out there. Let me just, yeah, we're just at support, you know? Look at this low here. And let me just, looks like we've done a deviation here. So look, we've got support here, done a deviation here, a support here. So that's it. So then, which still makes me think, if we come back up, do a close above on the 15 minutes, I'll have to cut the trade because we're most likely to go back up. Either we come back up and then sell back down, and I'm happy to re-enter if I need to re-enter because it is a scalp trade. It is a scalp trade, but I'm happy to see how it is. I mean, my stop loss at break even now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So tricky play. Now let's look at dollar index. Let's look at dollar index. What's dollar index is doing? I mean, guys, you know when you fucking nail some of these levels out, right? And you start talking shit, right? You can talk as much shit as you want because you can just nail these levels. And I've been banging on these levels quite well, right? Number one, I said price is in this range here. This is the high, this is the mid-range, right? To range low. That's all it is. Price is stuck in there. We found I think resistance there. That's a deviation of the mid-range. And we come back to where? That's 25% of the range. Now, if we find resistance break down, lose this low there, carry on with the market structure, come into this area here, but into the base of this area there, right? And then see if we can go to range low, which is 108. From 108, we'll see what happens. Do we hold the support? Why? Quickly touch it on the weekly. Right, you see this is a range band environment. So this is a range band environment. 108 is here. So this was actually support, comes as resistance. Now when we get back above it, when we come back down, it will have to be support. Now, if it were to be hold a support, bullish market structure, let's play it back up to 25% of range, and then mid-range, and then from there, let's go back up to 25%, and then range high. That's how it is. That's the bullish play for dollar index. If it's going to be a bearish play, what I'll be looking for is something like this. A breakdown below here shows bearish market structure. Let's go back into this area here, and then we'll see what happens level to level. Okay? That's dollar index. So I do expect some sort of, you know, which is why it's making me think that we can get some bearishness here. Because look at the weekly right now. The weekly will come into this trend line over here, right? And then on the daily, how's the daily looking like? We're close into the trend line. It's not a problem there, but we could essentially this could have just been just a retest of this. You see it? You see this consolidation right here? That was a consolidation. That price. Let me just hide that off. And this was the consolidation. Which price got stuck. Then we did a breakout. This could be a retest. Then we can do the expansion play. We don't know. We just don't know. So if we lose this low here, happy days. Market structure on the daily is just showing us there's bearishness to come into play. So we'll see how it goes off this area here. Then once we lose this low here, then we know market structure is now bearish, right? That will be a confirmation there. So it's still looking bullish, right? It just looks like a pullback, but until otherwise, it looks quite strong there. Fuck, looks quite strong. So we'll see what happens. Looking at that, a dollar. Let's go on Euro USD actually. See what's that saying. Euro USD. What's that saying? I swear I had some lines on Euro USD. What the fuck's going on? Oh, there we go. That's where my lines are. All right. Okay. So we've come back into the retest over here, and look what's happened. This was a range band environment. This here was all a range band environment, which actually was what from this low here to this high here. You can see final support, the mid range deviation. Support, loses it, come back for a retest, bang, come back to range low, deviation, and then we lost that low, bearish market structure. So again, dollar index still looking bullish, Euro USD is still looking bearish. If we take out this high here, right, if we reclaim this level, then we can say, yeah, mid-range, and then if we take out this high, then we can say, yeah, bullish market structure continuation, go back up to range high, take out that high, and then we'll see what happens. Then we're back in this range over here, and that was just a deviation of the range. So And do we break out and hold above, or do we come back down and play back down as always? That's what it is. That's what it is. So it's a make or break on for for euro, to be honest, and dollar index. See what happens. It doesn't look fucking good though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just doesn't look fucking good. In the meantime, we got this level here, right? So we gotta see how we hold. We gotta see how we hold. See how the next couple of hours really do. So look, gone 4 hours quickly. Question is, right? Has London made the low? If London's made the low, see the thing is, right? You got all this inefficiency. We could well, and I can see this happening as well, right? For a pullback to come back into to catapult. Look, you have to remember when you work into a range, right? It's not going to be as simple as this. It's not going to be as simple as up, down, up, down, up, down. Do a deviation. Okay, let's step back up and then up, down, up. It's not going to be simple as that. It's going to find some strength to re-catapult back in. And what do I mean by that? So you see, you start looking for SRs now, right? So I'll be looking for this area here. See this area here, right? This area is going to be. It was holding as support. Did a deviation below there. Get back up. So that's a deviation on the upside. Then it sells off. Then we come into this area here, we find resistance, 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 and we catapult back up, which means that if there's going to be any strength, right, because on this time frame, right, on the 4 hours, we're showing a bit of bullishness, right? We've taken out these highs. That's quite good there. So at least if we take out these highs, I'm happy for a deep pullback. A deep pullback, right, is coming back into here, holding as a support, bullish market structure. Let's go back up, back into this area, and then let's try and step back in, take out these highs, reclaim this level, 25% of range, and then mid-range. Probably take some profits over here, and then into this area here. I mean, I'll be surprised. You see the fingers. You see this area here. You see this high there. That's capping the market there. We've got like double tops, you can call it there. I would be surprised. I mean, mid-range is the main key thing, and I would like to see us take out the highs there, right, and then just do a bit of chop around the mid-range, and then once we get back up, let's go back up higher. So then if this happens, dollar index will keep on dropping. But the fact that this bit will happen, right? The fact that I'm looking for a pullback on euro, which means what? Dollar index will have to start pumping up. Crypto will start dropping, and the stocks will start dropping. So I'm in a decent position to actually say, yeah, I'm happy to say that I'm in a short-term short. Let's do the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at GBP quickly. What's the pound sterling saying as well? GBP USD. Does everyone get that? What's going on, Turdy? Turdy Fla? Morning, my bro. Yasin in the house as well. Everyone's doing alright, hopefully. Atom bullish market structure on 4 hours from Tony. Not leg down, in my opinion. But what's going on, Footsie? Get the likes up. Yeah, man. Smash the motherfucking likes up, man. Come on, guys. Piotr in the house, man. Morning, my bro. Thanks for the shout, bro. I wish I could learn the Scalp. Bro, listen, Cruz. We've said this over and over again, bro. Don't worry about scalping in it. Let's master what we got right now. We've got a lot of work to keep us going, and then once we get more confident in terms of actually playing a smaller time frame, we'll play the smaller time frame. Trust me, everyone has the ability to actually scalp, to day trade, to swing trade, whatever. You just got to train yourself. So it's not going to be easy. It's like this, right? If you want to be a doctor or an engineer or an architect, you're not going to become a doctor or an engineer over like a couple of weeks. It does take a little while. You do a lot of practice, and eventually you get there. What's going on, Dubsdorf? Yes, entered an ETH trade on the back of Dixie. Awesome. What's going on, NR? You doing well? Joel Fano saying, morning, my wife's birthday, so I wanted to fly. Everyone wish Joel Fano's wife a happy birthday, man. A very happy birthday to her, and I wish her the best of health, the best of success, and happiness from you guys as well. And you guys have a beautiful marriage going on forward as well, man. Big love to you guys, man. Happy birthday to Joel's missus. I've learned to always check Dixie EPTC before entering. 100%. EPTC, right? Like that was a question that came up on EPTC. In terms of EPTC, it's still bearish in it. I'm in the short still. I'm still in the short of the EPTC. If you guys remember when I entered around somewhere around here, I think around here, a stop loss there. I played it back down. I had a second trader here. That trade here to the mid range, actually was cut, but I still got this original trade going on there. So I'm quite happy with that. So we'll see what EPTC is doing. But now remember with EPTC, right? even if EBDC is actually dropping down, right? And I do think that when it comes into this area here, I do think that's what's gonna happen. Even if we come into this area here, you gotta love the Dainks community, man. You know, like they're showing love to Joel's base, isn't it? Anyone's birthday today. I wish I had some party poppers and shit, you know, start fucking popping these motherfuckers out here, man. Have a cake and shit. I mean, the only sad thing is I'm really eating on my own, but at least, you know, Joel's missus can be quite happy about that. But yeah, I'm still looking for this as well. I mean, where's the confirmation for this EPDC short, right? You see this low here? Break this fucking low, right? Because we're bouncing it. Bounce support, bounce, break this low, bounce resistance. That's your confirmation. Off you go. Play it back and down into this area here, right? Let me just draw this properly. This area there, and then once we come into here, a reaction, smack it down to 25%. We've got this inefficiency to play out. Fucking fly it back down all the way to these highs over here. Well, let's just say here, at least as a minimum. There. Come back down here. I'll take major profits over here, and then we'll see what happens. If I can squeeze into here, happy days, I'll be good. I look to compound here, actually, to be honest. I'll look to compound and I'll bring my stop loss here. A wide stop loss, and I'll play it back down. And then all this is mad ass motherfucking profits. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, if EBTC goes down, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin and Ethereum will go down too. What that means is the power of Ethereum the power of Bitcoin is much more dominant than Ethereum, which is why it's dropping down. Because if you look at the market, ETH and BTC has been pushing up, right? They've been grinding up. So all it is just the power of Bitcoin is a lot more powerful. When price goes up, right? When like EBTC goes up, that means the power of the strength of Ethereum is a lot more stronger than Bitcoin. And when price goes down, the strength of Bitcoin is stronger than Ethereum. So whichever the movement is, up or down, it will have more strength. It has more power. So if Bitcoin goes up higher, pushes up stronger in percentage wise compared to Ethereum, and that's why you get this down move. Or if Ethereum shits the bed harder than Bitcoin, that's why you get this down move, and vice versa for the up move. Okay. So dollar index does help a lot. It does help a lot. Okay. ES, quickly touch on ES. And look at that perfect motherfucking thing. I said this to do you know what? I actually entered a short on ES. I didn't tell anyone. Well, I did say, I had a plan. Let me find a plan. Community setup. I swear it's down here. I know I definitely posted something. Where was it? Somewhere along the lines. Here we go. Let's show these guys. There you go. So for me on ES, right, I don't talk about ES so much in terms of you short in DAX. Yeah, Jay is seeing the same thing as well. This the block had a stop loss. I put my stop loss above the block itself, right? Playing it back down to this target here, and then down to these area here, and then see if we can squeeze into Monday's high. And what it is, this is just a consolidation of the this Monday's range over here, and then we had a deviation all over here, no problem. And then we'll do a breakout. Is this the retest for the expansion move to go up higher? Or, well, I do think we're going to go a little bit higher, because I do want to see this a daily candle close. If you guys remember from the stream yesterday, it is a gap. This is a gap that we highlighted there. Go back to the yesterday's stream, you'll see it there. And then if we hold above it, happy days. Let's play it back up to this area, reclaim this. Let's go up higher. We'll see what happens there. Or if this is a deviation, right, then we'll come back into this, play it back into the mid-range. Then from the mid-range, see we come back to range low. And all this is just a consolidation here. And we'll see what happens next. That's what it is. Nothing else. Nothing else. But the plan was there. I mean, shout out to anyone who actually got into the trade yesterday on ES. So that's been all right, to be honest. But yeah, plan's all there. So there was a lot of factors for me to look for shorts, though. There was a lot of factors to look at shorts. What's going on, Derry? How you doing? I use something called CMC markets. There's a few ones. MetaTrader, you got CMC. There's a bunch of others though. I use CMC because with CMC you can actually trade with Bitcoin. You know, so you can transfer your Bitcoin over there and then use that to actually trade these alts, and then all I'm doing is just stacking up Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so that's that. Which means if this was going down, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, if this is going down, and you can see it right here. Let's go on the 1 hour, right? See this low here? Market structure is still intact. So this is the high. We haven't taken out this high there, right? So that becomes a lower high. And then on smaller time frame, all it is. Let's have a look on. Let's go on 15 minutes. and all you're seeing, right? You see this. This is the low that we need to actually lose. See this low here? That's holding a support there. So we got a range band environment right here actually, right? So the mid range probably sits around here, which makes sense actually, because you can see all that is support here. All that is support. So we can come back up and then break down. Once you lose this low here, happy days. Let's go back into this area there. From this area, let's go back into Monday's high, and then we'll see what happens there. Happy days. Trade's done. So did a stop run. Yeah, so that's it. So I did a stop run, and it came around. And that's the thing is, when this happened, right? So this happened at 9 o'clock, right? Compared to what Bitcoin was doing, and it was breaking down on a smaller time frame on ES. And I was looking at, I was like, all right, cool. So with ES, right? I wanted us to think it. So while this was breaking down, right? Bitcoin was kind of pushing up. It was grinding up. I was like, this is not looking good. It's supposed to break down along with ES, right? It's gonna have to chase behind it as well, and it did so quite late on the evening, which kind of sucked, but it is what it is. So we're keeping an eye on that. So I mean, where would I get bullish on ES? Like I said to you, you know, I mean, bounce off this at a very minimum, right? If this is gonna be bullish, right, we need to find some support, hold above it, right? Bullish market structure. Then I look to cut my trades for my longs, playing it back into this area here, and then reclaim this highs over there. Let's go, and then we go to the next set of targets, which we discussed yesterday on the stream. So that's ES there. Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin quickly now. Oh, we did Bitcoin actually. The Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, the Bitcoin short is what the shorts, isn't it? What I'm looking at as well, right? This is where I want us to go lower, because you see here, right? Let me just put this in the 4 hours, and let me explain to you a little bit in depth of what's going on here. So let me put some colors on. See this low here? That's the range low of the weekly range. That's 25% of range, and that's the mid range. That's what we're gonna focus on. I don't give a shit about anything higher, because we're nowhere there. Okay. So if I hide all this, right? Now look at this. We find when we play from here, right? We come back up. What happens? We find resistance over here. It comes back down. When we step back up, we find resistance. Step back down. Over here, come back up. Find resistance. Step back down. We come back up. We're finding resistance. Yeah, we've broken market structure. We're taking out the highs over here. Taking out the highs there. It's a stop run as well. Also, now for me, coming back down, which comes into place of what? This is Monday's high. So why can't we establish support off the weekly range low, and then we can go for the motherfucking longs? You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to play this up and down like a fucking ping pong table. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're doing. It's nothing else but just playing the game. It's like you gotta, don't confuse yourself, right? Because I know there's a lot of people on yo, pirates in the house as well, man. How's it going? Can you recommend it, or is it bad? Which one? CMC. Nah, they're good, man. I use CMC. IC markets is a good one as well. I know that was a very common one. IC markets. What is ES? ES is the S&P, one of the US indices. That's correct. What FTSE says. So it's the 500 top companies is put together into a data, and then he gives us the range. It's basically the stocks. So Gandalf. So yeah, ES is it's the futures of it. That's the futures name. Yeah, Gandalf explained it there. There you go. Sorry, FTSE explained it. Thank you for that. Sometimes you might hear me say US 500. That's the same as the S&P 500. Same as S&P or SPX. You might hear me say ES is the same as the SPX and US 500, or I sometimes use S&P. The name interchange between the two of them, but it's all the same thing, okay? So if you hear me say US 30, that's the Dow. The US 100, that's the Nasdaq, okay? All right, cool. So I'm looking for a retest of that fucking monthly low. I don't really care if it tags into the monthly low. I just want Monday's high. That's what I want. Get Monday's high. I'm happy with my trade. You know what I'm saying? So it's still early in the day, right? We'll see what happens. I mean, really and truly, you can see this right here. This is capital market here. See this area here? This whole thing has been capping the market quite disgustingly right there on the 4 hours. Makes a lot more sense on the 4 hours there. So which means if you reclaim and hold above it, where do we go? To this area, to this area here. And then from this area is the last consolidation up there, and I expect some reaction over here. Okay? So we got a bit of a grind there. I think today's going to be a bit of a drop. I think so. I do believe so. But the plan is, if we hold support over here, you can play it range bound to range bound, level to level from this low over here to this high over here. If you want confirmation, once we get back up, bullish market structure, let's fucking send this off over there. I mean, the levels would then become what? Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. So you got the weekly. You can play a weekly range as well. Remember, this is the weekly mid range, so we'll be focusing on there. Reclaim the weekly mid range, 25% of the range, 75%. Sorry, 75% of the range, and then range high. Then we'll see if we can squeeze into here. I don't really care. I don't care if we squeeze into there. It doesn't have to. You can just do something like this and then break down. But I'm looking to bag on profits wherever I can. Okay. Are you track SPY? So that's Bitcoin in terms of bullish play, and the bearish play, as explained to you. I'm in my shorts, so I'm really hoping that I can actually hold my shorts. You know, I really hope that I can get some targets, man. I mean, I had a great Sunday. No, phenomenal Sunday. I mean, targets were playing on near. I don't know if you guys saw that. And I put the plans on the DCC and we killed it on near. So shout out to, I don't know who it was. Was it Meter? Yeah, Meter 1. Oh, here we go. 1 hour. What time is it now? 11 o'clock. So 10 o'clock it is. 10 to 4. We've got 6 more minutes. So close underneath here will give me some sort of confidence that we're going to go a lot more lower. So let's go and let's fucking take this down. So if you want shorts, right? If you want to bang on the shorts, right? Here we go. Let's go on the 15 minutes. Right? Something like this, right? To give you confirmation. If you want confirmation for shorts, playing it to Monday's high, you want to join me? That's all. You know, you're more than welcome. You know, the more the merrier. I would do this. The reason why I do this and not, the reason why I do that and not this one here, right? Is here I capture 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and 4 weeks. That's what I do, right? But on the other one, I capture more wicks, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got these data here as support. There's a little deviation, come back up, and here we go. See what I said to you? I wanted this high to hold, and what's happened is held the fucking high. So I'm good to go for shorts in it. And also we did a dollar index. We knew what was going to happen as well, and we knew what Euro's doing. Euro's looking for a pullback. So easy peasy lemon squeezy, man. It's a joke sometimes, you know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes when you understand how the market is, remember I always say this to you, right? If you go on the Trader Daink website, the first thing in the video, do check out the video as well. I say to you, the market is telling you a story. It's up to us as traders to understand what the story is. Okay, no one's gonna tell you the story, but you have to read it. And if you read it well, you can actually play the direction of it's going. So on the 1 minute, it was telling me a story of bearishness. On the 15 minutes, it was showing me that, yeah, we could get into support, which cruise was right over here, which is perfectly fine. But once we get back up and then lose this level here, do a breakdown, find resistance of this, for example. So breakdown over here. Then, you know, you can enter the trade here, probably put a stop loss there. If you want to do a hard stop above here, play it back down to Monday's high. I mean, that in itself, how much is that as an R? Short position, let's say around here. And you're playing it back down there. It's a 1.9R. It's a 1.9R. Yeah, 1.2R. If you want to play aggressive, probably 1.6R. That's really aggressive there. I think that high should hold anyway. So I think that's suitable. That's a very suitable thing. I'll bring my stops from break even to down here. That's where I'll bring my stops over here, to be honest. And then yeah, and the rest we just let the fucking the plan go. I mean, what's my R on this? I want to check out my R. No, that's not it. I've deleted it. Motherfucker, I'll have to put it back up later. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So that is Bitcoin. Yo, TCX, what's going on? Dollar popping. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, that's it. We're popping into the 25% range, which means, right, if BTC, if ETH comes up to here, right, off this trend line, so dollar comes into here and starts breaking down, I expect this price action over here to be Monday's lower for BTC. So you're gonna have to use this interchangeably as well. The market structure is still it's on the 15 minutes is showing me bearishness, right? I mean, we've broken out of the range itself, so it does look like we'd come back up. If you want to be bearish, you want to see this hold. Once you break down, right, then you have to cut all your shorts because it's going to be a long there. We're going to come back into this area here. Once we get below here, then come back into this consolidation over here, these lows over there, and then play it back into this area here. So I'm gonna watch this quite carefully though. I'm gonna watch this carefully. Right, so that's that done. Let's talk about ETH. ETH we came back to last week's Monday's high, and look, it's just still a range bound environment. Nothing's really changed. It's just been boring, if you ask me. Well, it's not boring PA, there's money to be made, right? And you can see, right, at nine. Okay, when I said 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock at 9:45, ETH comes up to here. So ES at 9 o'clock made the high, did a stop run, and ETH right at the same time found resistance of here at 9:45. He made the high over here. So not too far, but with BTC it was slightly different though. BTC was a bit later on. BTC was, yeah, it was the same. Oh yeah, 9:40. What the fuck am I talking about? What the fuck am I talking about? I'm fucking losing the plot already. But anyway, stops at 20.3k. For me right now, my stops are break even, which is about. Where's my entry? Give me a second. Give me a second, lads. I need to log back in. So I want to. Give me a second, guys. One moment there. Okay. You know that the whole two-step factor. Yeah, so my entry is at 20.377. That's where my entry is. So that's where my stop is at the moment. So if he breaks down below that block here and shows bearishness, and then I'll bring it down to 20.305. Yeah, let's call it around that there. These highs over here. Let's call it above that high there, and that'll be the stops there, playing it back down. So that's that there for you. Bring up my YouTube now. Cool. So yeah, it still looks okay. 100%. I do think it does look okay. I'm just saying that I'm playing a retest. That's what I'm playing, just a retest, right? Some people may think I'm mad. You know, that's what you get when you play the game. You know, you become a bit crazy in this game. But yeah, so that's what it is. So Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum quickly. This is Monday's range. This is like this Monday's range for this week. We're not too far from a retest on Monday's range itself. We've got the mid range that we got of the consolidation we talked about yesterday, which is from here. 1 hour. Which is the 19th, right? So this 3 weeks range is still in play. Price still bouncing up from highs, low, high, low. It's just bouncing up here, nothing else as well. So come back here, hold support, off we go. We can play back into semi-back. Okay, let's just see. I always tell the guys, right, right, and I'm gonna tell you guys the same thing as well. When you look at any trade, right, you're looking at the chart. You gotta look at it this way, okay? So price, you don't look at the numbers, right? Oh yeah, we're at 13.44. You know, 13. We don't look at this number here and say, oh yeah, 1,344. ETH is going to go to 14k, $1,400. ETH is going to go to 2k, or ETH is going to go to 1,200 or whatever, or $500. We don't look at, like, I don't look at that. Right? What I look at is, okay, I look at the time frame I'm looking at, right? So I look at 1 hour. I'm on the 1 hour time frame. What do I do now? Okay, I see price is at here, right? Let's just say I got a naked ass motherfucking chart, right? So I see price right over here. Yeah. You know, like it's looking like it's grinding up. Is this the low? You know, whoops. Let me just fucking be mine. 1 second there. Delete all this shit. There we go. So I don't look at this right and say, yeah, price is grinding up. Is this the low? Oh, we finally we're bullish because this low is holding in place and we're gonna go up to 2k. I don't look like that. I look at this right. A few things. Number one. Is price in a range? It's always in a fucking range. It doesn't matter what time frame it is, whether it's the hourly, the daily, the 4 hours. Am I on mute? I shouldn't be on mute. Georgie. Guys, I'm on mute. Sound is okay. Georgie, maybe it's the volume. Maybe just close YouTube and put it back up. Everyone's fine, yeah? So no one's, yeah, sound is working, yeah. It's probably you, Georgie. Just try that. Try close the YouTube app, and then come back onto the video. And just let us know that if it's okay. It should be fine. Yeah, they're fucking with me in it, Georgie. Fucking Georgie had she. Yeah. So I was saying, yeah. So like, don't distract me, guys, man. I'm in my zone right now. This is education as well, so I'm giving this out for free here. So when I look at a price, right, I always look at a thingy like, is price in a range? Price is always in a range. It doesn't matter which time frame you're looking at, whether you're on the hourly, the 4 hours, the daily, the weekly, the monthly, the fucking minute. There's a range there. So you're just trying to establish what the range is, okay? So like, for example, if I were to look at, if you don't believe me, let's go on the quarterly, right? Quarterly, you say, is price in a range? Yeah, it's in a range. What range are we playing at? One can argue we're playing in this range over here. I'm just giving you a wide example. We're playing in from this low here to this high here. You can also say we're playing from this low here and this high here. This was just a deviation. This was all just a deviation of the range. We'll come back up, find resistance. You can say whatever you want to say, right? Price is always in a range. That's the 3 months. Go on the monthly. Price is in a range. What range are we playing at? We're playing from July's high. Oops. Why is it in circles? July's high and July's low. That's all we're playing it. It's in a range. Go on the weekly. What is the range we're looking at the weekly? The weekly, you can actually say that we're playing in this range here, for example. This low here and this high here, right? You can say that's the range there and we're at resistance. That's one thing. Or you can say, all right, then we're going to focus on the smaller time frame, a tighter price. You can say that's a range there. Price is capped in there. So there's always a range. So when I look at this chart here, all right, let's look at the 1 hour. Sometimes, right, it just looks like a, whoops, the fuck is going on? Yeah, we're here, right? And sometimes just price just looks like a fucking mess. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? We just see a lot of fucking candles up and down like a fucking, hey, Macarena kind of shit. So what you could do, drop it up to a higher time frame, look at the 4 hours, say, okay, 4 hours, we got something here. Still a bit messy. Maybe I go on the daily and I look at the daily and I say, hang on a second, motherfuckers. We got a range going on here. What is the range? This low here to this high here, right? And then what I'll do is start drawing out. What the fuck's running me up? Give me 1 second, guys. I've got to pick this up. Hello? Hi there, how's it going? All right, okay. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Give me about 5 minutes and I'll be down then, okay? That's fine, that's fine. Take care of yourself, right? Bye-bye, bye. Guys, I've got to head out. Sorry about that. Right, I've got to head out. Quickly, let me just say this. Price is in a range. I'm going to just quickly zoom through this. Price is in the range. You got that range there. I draw this out. Here we go. And that's the range there. And if I delete this off there, that's Monday's range. And you can see that is capping the market. Resistance, deviation. All this is support. All that is support. We've got a small deviation there. I'm speeding through there. Sorry about that. But you see how polite we guys on the... what? What a knob. So now, if I was looking at a price on the 1 hour, you can see that we're getting capped at the 75% range. We're getting capped at the 75% range. And if I was looking at a price, would I long and short over here? Well, I would always like to long at the mid range. If we find support at the mid range, then we go to 75% range and then range high. That's what we're looking for. But unfortunately, the price was over here. I'm like, all right, then we'll see what happens. If we reclaim this level here, then happy days, take out this high. We know bullish market structure going up high. Always be patient. Always be patient. Don't rush into a trade. There's no need to rush into a trade. Just let the price come to you. You have your sets for your bulls and your bears, and you play whatever. If I'm bullish, I want to reclaim up this high, 25% range to go up there. If I want a deeper pullback, I want to reclaim up to here and then go back up there. Why? This is the mid range. At the same time, we've got this going on here. Monday's range. Where's Monday's fucking range? Come on, man. There we go. We've got Monday's range over here, which coincides with the idea of being bullish. Why? We come back into Monday's range. I do a deviation, holds into this place, hold it into Monday's range, bullish market structure, off we go. Then we can play from there to there. And that's all we're doing. That's all it is. So you must have ordered someone. What? But yeah, so that's the play there. So that's the bullish play for Ethereum. If it's bearish, quickly before I head off, come back in. Once we come back into there, we find resistance and starts breaking down. Bearish market structure. This was just a deviation. We play it back down to 75% of range, and then we're looking to this area, well, into the mid range. Probably take some profits over here first. all right, and then the mid-range, and then from the mid-range, see how we react. If we break down, let's go back down, take out liquidity on Monday's low, because we're taking out liquidity as Monday's high, and we can just continue to range bound in this area. That's the range low, and then we step back in and hold it back into range low, and then we play up higher, playing back into that range we got. All right, cool, guys. I've got to go, head off. Thank you so much for actually, for being on the stream. Do apologize, I've got to cut it short, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.